Hi, this is a new video blog idea that I'm trying and we'll start with the analysis of the Copa America Group A, which includes the United States, Colombia, Paraguay and Costa Rica. Let's go. This might be the most even group in the competition. All the teams have a possibility to qualify and probably it will be decided in the last minutes of the last matches. Let's go team by team and see who has the best chance of advancing to the second round. Okay, let's be honest here. 8-1? What are the betting houses thinking? Sincerely, there's nothing that indicates that Jürgen Klinsmann's team has any possibility of being better than Brazil, Argentina, Chile or Colombia on this competition. Let's see what happens, but to actually qualify, to actually be able to challenge, the German coach has to find first a central pairing, a central defender pairing that could be competitive and not allow easy goals against top opposition. Then he has to somehow manage to make Clint Dempsey recover his best level for the competition and somehow to allow Josie Altidore to finally perform in a big competition, which he hasn't done since the Confederations Cup 2009. It remains to be seen if this will be the last tournament for Jürgen Klinsmann as the coach of the United States men's national team, or if in the end the United States overperform as they usually do in important competitions. It will be very interesting and it will depend on the result against the next team in the group. Talent-wise, Colombia is by far the best team in this group. I mean, who wouldn't want to have Baca, James Rodriguez, Cuadrado, Teo Gutierrez, all of them in the same team? Obviously, if they perform to their maximum level, there's no discussion here, and Colombia are going to win the group rather easily. The question is, would they? Because they haven't done it so far since the World Cup 2014. So it remains to be seen if Colombia sent their best team. Anyway, we have to consider them strong favorites in the group, and unless something really strange happens, they will be in the second round. If we only take the rankings into account, Costa Rica must be considered favorites for the second place in the group. After all, they're above the States in the ELO rating and in the FIFA ranking. So the Ticos have a point to prove with three of the best players, the most informed players of the group in general. They are obviously Keylor Navas, Brian Reese and Joel Campbell. Now, the problem with them is that if we take out the World Cup 2014, in which they were obviously amazing, Costa Rica has usually underperformed in international tournaments. Their last great performance was in 1990 before this, and we know that in the last Gold Cup they were pretty underwhelming. So we have to see if Costa Rica managed to perform as the Mr. Hyde team that played in Brazil, then I think they will get the second place, but I wouldn't bet on it, especially because, well, most of the players that form this team, other than the three I mentioned, are nowhere near their standard. Let's see about the next team, which has a completely different set of attributes. Not so long ago, Paraguay was the definition of the solid team. They didn't score much, but they never received a goal, and they were experts on winning on penalties. Let's not forget that in the previous Copa, not in the previous Copa America, but in the previous one, they managed to get to the final after 5 ties in a row and winning 2 penalty kick series. This was not so long ago, but the previous Paraguay incarnation that played in the qualifiers of the South American region were absolutely abysmal. They went last place for the first time in their history, but they managed to set the sail straight, and they're now 4th in the South American path to Russia 2018. So they'll be solid. They'll try to win 1-0, and they will be very tough to beat. As I said, they're not amazing in terms of quality, but they'll be let's say a pain in the butt for the other teams in the group. Well, I obviously need to forecast what's going to happen on this group, and well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. as I said, Colombia must be considered favorites. After them, and it's not going to be easy, it's going to be also a difficult path for the Colombians, but they have too much quality. After them, I think being hosts give a slight edge to the Americans. The question is Jürgen Klinsmann good enough at his job to get the best out of an average group of players? That'll be the key for the American team to qualify to the second round. If they don't perform at their best, I can perfectly see Costa Rica overtaking them, or Paraguay if they manage to install their footprint of getting the tie, winning a game 1-0, and then advancing on goal difference or something like that. It's going to be an interesting group, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, even if the games are not going to be overly spectacular. Thank you very much for watching, and tomorrow I'll have an analysis of the Group B in this Copa America Centenario. Goodbye.